the channel, guys. The long-awaited swap is just about to happen. It's actually not happening in this video. We got some other stuff to cover, but got the AOD for Pop's car all cleaned up. Fresh, low-mile unit. Looking good again. Got all the parts and lines and everything scrubbed down. Looking good. Still not really sure how I feel about putting an auto in it, but what the hell else? It ain't mine, so hopefully she'll drive it now. But anyway, guys, we got something else to cover today.
I ain't got no connections on. Nope.
You touched the positive and it clicked.
That cable looks like crap.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's still clicking every time you move it. There it is.
Oh,
Priming.
pump prime.
I guess we need to put the starter lead on.
You might I think we had to jump it, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
What about that?
That's pretty good. I think she'll run. Come on, baby. Put it in your car. It's trying. Healthy. It's idling great. Oh, we got a leak. No. Oh, it's leaking. Yeah, yeah. I forgot. We ain't got that hooked up. Ah, it's all right. It's alive. All right, guys. So in this day and time, we're talking 2023 here. Fox bodies are 30 plus years old now. I had a bunch of folks ask me what I'm gonna do with the white GT that we picked up, and a lot of you guys were saying restore it and do all this. No, definitely not restoring it. And if you didn't catch the video when we went and got it, I'll kind of refresh your memory. So yeah, strut tower completely gone, and then on the passenger side, huge cave in the quarter. I can't even get that door open. Huge cave in the quarter, and the entire floorboard in the back there is rusted out. And so you're asking yourself, what in the hell did you buy this freaking thing for? All right, so, and this is, you know, if you guys don't know already, I know my OG guys do, but when you go to do a full Fox body project, I'm talking, you're trying to blow the whole thing apart, put it back together, the need for all the little small stuff that you don't necessarily think about is huge, and it will hold you up. It will nickel and dime you to death and cause your build to cost you 2-3 times what it actually could if you had a spare car. All right, guys, so we'll just kind of use this car as example. But like if you take, well, they're obviously not here, but Project 4-8, Project 2-Tone, when we built Pop's car, when we did the Capri, when we built the 93, all the cars that we built out here. Sure, we had an engine, sure, we had a trans, but there was a lot of the little stuff, the finishing stuff, that we didn't have. Now, LMR is freaking fantastic for a lot of that stuff that you need, but there's still a lot of the little random miscellaneous stuff and some big stuff that you can't just go online and buy. So one of the #1 reasons I bought this car, guys, is the 8.8. Now look, you can't just go buy another 8.8. I mean, you can, but you're gonna go to like Curry or somebody like that, and you're gonna spend a freaking fortune. Having a good solid 8.8 that works fine, they typically don't break unless, you know, they're an extremely high horsepower drag racing application. They're simple to build, but if, say, we're taking that 4-cylinder car and dropping a 351 in it, guess what? You're going to need an 8.8. If you're converting a 4-cylinder car, like one of those over there, guess what? You're going to need an 8.8. And again, they ain't just making them anymore. So having a V8 rear end is invaluable. All right, so another reason I bought this car, it's freaking manual. So guess what? I've got a T5, I've got a bell housing, I got shifter, I got drive shaft, all of that stuff. Even if that trans was busted, which this trans is not. This trans is good. We haven't drove the car yet, but it feels good. As far as, you know, just kind of wiggling the shifter and all that. Even if it wasn't, if you were needing a rebuild, you've got a core. You've got a V8 T5 right there. So if it needs first gear, second gear, needs synchros, you've got a V8 T5 to build. So guess what? If you don't, you're going to have to go on Marketplace and find one. Best of luck with that, especially as high as prices are these days. I'd rather just have a donor car sitting here. All right, so let's talk about under the hood. Now, even if this car didn't have an engine, I would have bought this car for the reasons already stated. But another deal that pretty much sealed this one is, guess what? I got an engine there. And you're asking yourself, okay, what if the engine's junk? Guess what? If you go to buy a crate motor or something like we've done in the past for some of our project cars, you're going to need a core. There's your core. Engine's probably, the engine is good. We know it's good. It's got compression started right up. I ain't saying it's freaking great, but it's all there. The other thing, again, if you're doing a conversion, guess what? Let's say you just have a motor you bought from somebody. You're going to need all the accompanying parts, whether it's the brackets, whether it's the vacuum tree, whether it's the, it doesn't matter. You're going to have all of this stuff. You know, when you go to put the car back together and you need this clip or that fitting or whatever it is, guess what? You go out there, pull it. Guys, I'm telling you, we've done this a million times where we thought we had everything and we were still going out to the parts car time and time again, pulling off this, pulling off that. Oh, we need this ground strap. All of that stuff that you don't really think about that you are absolutely going to need to get your car done. All right, so let's go back and again say you're converting a 4-cylinder car. You found a banger 4-cylinder body, which they are out there and they're usually in much better shape than the V8 cars. And, well, used to be cheaper, not really so much anymore. But again, say you're doing a conversion. You need those V8 spindles. Depending on the year, you're going to need that K-member. Guess what? You got an entire wiring harness right there. All of this stuff, if you bought separately from individuals, like on Marketplace or something like that, you're going to pay a fortune for. You'll save more than double, depending on where you're located and what you're doing. Buying a complete car, then you got everything. And guess what? After that, all the junk you don't use, sell it. I guess my point here, guys, is if you can find something like this, if you're doing a big project, you probably need 3 or 4 of these sitting around. But anything like this that you can find, like this back window molding. Like, how many times have we needed this back window molding?
I've given 2 or 3 sets away.
Yeah, just all the little stuff. Yes, freaking. Yeah, you can't buy it. I mean, LMR is fantastic. They've got a ton of stuff and they're always adding stuff, but there's still a lot of this little stuff that you can't get. So whether you spend $1,500, I mean, how much we spend as much as $2,500 on a roller.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I've spent a lot more than that on rollers.
yeah, I mean, it
depends on how good the car is, you know.
Right. I mean, it's worth it. And guess what? There's a fender. You got a door. You got, you know, a rear spoiler. You got a good hood. Yeah, it looks like shit, but paint it and it'll look good. So yeah, again, that's why we picked these up. That one, the
backyard.
Yeah, the entire backyard. And look, those were complete cars for the most part, yeah. And now they're pretty well picked over. But for all the cars that we've had to build, they've been freaking invaluable. So if you've got a place to put them,
especially a lot of interior stuff, 'cause you know you
right,
can buy a lot of that interior stuff.
Right, you can buy some, but you know, even like the rear quarter trim, you can't buy those. And a lot of the little stuff, guess what? Yeah, you can buy them, but if you've got it sitting right here, you clean it up with a little elbow grease, throw it in there, and you just save yourself some money. So I think it goes without saying, grab one of these if you can find one. So there you go. Hope that helps. Definitely hope that helps. Pick these things up. They're not making any more of them. They're getting harder to find. They're getting more expensive. That's why we buy these things. And again, they're invaluable. Even if you're just building one car, again, you can turn around and sell what you don't use, so you can probably make your money back. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps. If it did, big thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. I'll see you at Ford Takeover next month. Don't forget.